This video will introduce the idea of evaluating the information we use both in our personal lives and in an academic setting. Imagine that your friend leaves her beloved monstera plant with you when she goes home for the summer. You really want to make sure that the plant not only survives but thrives while you care for it. But you don't have much experience with plants, and your friend forgot to leave you instructions when she left. What will you do? You decide to do a Google search, but there are so many results you don't know which information to use. You have to narrow things down. You decide to only look at information about monstera and not other kinds of houseplants because that's the information you're really looking for. You notice that some people writing have a lot of experience taking care of plants. Some have even written books about plant care, so you focus on those. Digging through all the information with a critical eye will allow you to decide what's worth reading and what will help you care for the plant. When looking for information for assignments, you will go through a similar process of evaluating the information that you find. Just like you did with your Google search, you'll ask yourself some questions about the information you're finding to determine whether or not you want to use it. Is it relevant? You only need information that applies to the research question you have in mind. Who wrote it, or what's their expertise? Just like when you were looking for someone who knows a lot about plants, you want to make sure the information you're using is coming from someone who knows about the subject you're interested in. Maybe that means they have advanced degrees in their field, or they have worked in their area for a long time. When was it written? You might find information written by an expert that's really relevant to your research question, but it wasn't written that recently. For some research questions, that might be okay. But if you're interested in more recent research, you will want to find more recent information. What is the intended audience? Is this a scientific paper meant to be read by experts, or is this a blog post meant to be read by people who are interested in the field, but not necessarily experts? Either can be useful depending on the perspective you want to include. By combining the answers to all of the questions, you can decide if a piece of information is right to include in your research and what will help you reach your goal. Oh, and what about your friend's plant? Because you did your research and evaluated the information you found, you finally end up finding a blog post by a botanist that helps you care for the plant and present it to your friend at the end of the summer looking better than ever. Need more help? The GVSU libraries are here to help and provide you with resources in your work. You can set up a peer research consultation at the Knowledge Market, meet with your librarian, or contact the service desk through chat, phone, text, or in person.